Bear with me. So hi guys, welcome to the Wealthier World's Monday Mindset Call. Today is the very first Monday of our Overflow season. I'm super excited today because I am joined with an absolutely incredible co-host for today's call who is going to come on this call and drop some amazing gems. But I need to make sure you guys are ready. I have to make sure your spirit is ready. Just like the song says, who's ready for an overflow? Guys, in order for you to get overflow, you got to come on this call empty. You got to come on this call ready to receive. You see, so many of us, we're praying for God to really download something. We're praying for an overflow. We're praying for something to change in our lives. But we got to come on this call ready. Remove distractions. Remove anything that could get you distracted away from this call. I need you to focus. I need you to prioritize your overflow right now, guys. Who's prioritizing their overflow? Who is ready to prioritize their overflow? This is a no distractions type of situation. You come onto this call empty, no preconceived ideas, no preconceived skepticism. Come on this call ready to receive your overflow. I came on with my notebook. I got my pen. I'm ready to receive my overflow. I'm ready to receive my overflow. I see somebody in the chat box has said there, come as an empty vessel. Guys, when God formed us, when he created the first man in the world, he created empty so that he could blow into. And so God is waiting to blow into you, but you got to be ready. You got to be obedient to receive when the wind is going to come. And so I know we've been manifesting. I know we've been declaring. I know some of you guys are really tapped into this, but some of you don't understand the power of being ready. You got to be ready to receive, guys. You have to be ready to receive. And so as I introduce, because I'm not going to be talking too long, guys, as I introduce to you guys, our guest speaker, our special speaker, I know you guys are plugged into him every single day. The king is setting the tone of vibration, the king of the mindset. Listen, guys, I got my Separate to Elevate t-shirt on right now. If you have not got the Neno merch, I feel sexy in this merch. This merch makes me feel like I lost a few pounds. I ain't even gonna lie. All right, so you already know who we got. You guys have seen the flyer, but listen, edification is important, guys, and I really need you to understand who it is that we're talking about here. We're talking about a gentleman that understands the power of manifestation. We're talking about a gentleman that is the king of personal development, that understands that in order for you to get any kind of success physically, you have to first get it spiritually. This gentleman is not somebody that just talks the talk, but he walks the walk. He's somebody that's had to adapt, overcome, and win. He's an individual that, guys, he manifested greatness around him. Here's the true definition of understanding. You got to separate in order to elevate. He's somebody that I have so much honor and respect for. And you guys know I don't edify everybody. We already know. We already know what time it is, guys. All right. So we don't edify any and anybody around here. And so when we welcome somebody into the Wealthier World family, when we welcome an individual onto our calls, we're going to give them the honor and respect that they deserve. This gentleman is a Chairman 100 loading, Chairman 750 loading, guys. Like, there's no jokes, no bands. You guys tune into him every single day. We ain't here to play no games. And so it's a privilege and an honor for you to be on the call. And I know you guys got your cameras on because honor and respect is due. All right. And so we're giving honor and respect to this amazing gentleman. I absolutely love him. He is a beast. He tells it as it is. He loves from the heart, but don't play no games. He's a whole beast. Don't ever get it twisted out here, guys. He is a beast. So some of you guys listening to the mindset calls and feel, oh my God, I'm going to hit up Neno. Let me tell you something about when you hear value, don't ever get it twisted and think that person ain't going to tell you as it is, how it is, and when it is. So don't be sitting on this call taking man's notes, wasting man's time, and not going around implementing what it is that he says. Because I'm telling you right now, otherwise you might as well not even be on the call. And so this is a Nikki and Neno type of affair, guys. And so I'm going to shut up right now. I'm going to bring on our amazing guest speaker today, the one and only Mr. Neno Torres, aka, listen, Neno, let me just show you right now, bro. Let me show you how your merch has got me feeling all sexy and that. Like, I ain't even going to lie, bro. Like, look. Come on.
I love how You're the best. You're the best. No one better than you. That edification, that introduction, dude. I'm like, man, I gotta live up to this introduction right here. That was probably one of the best introductions I ever got. Thank you so much, Nikki. I'm super blessed. Can everybody hear me good? Solid. Can you guys hear me and see me good? Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Well, guys, honestly, the pleasure is mine. Me and Nikki have been, Instagram friends for some time, and we've been following each other's journey. We've always supported each other. We've always, celebrated each other. She's always been like that. She's always been that person in my life that always shows me love, regardless of if she ever met me in person or not. Like, just always an immense amount of love. And I know that you guys probably already know that that's who she is. She shows so much love, so much gratitude. She's a true student of the game. She never gets too big for the little things, because she understands that the moment that happens, everything changes. And she's done an incredible job of just being such a great person who brings an incredible amount of energy into my life. She brings so much value into my life. So can we drop some hearts in the chat box for Nikki, please? Just some hearts. Let's express our love and our gratitude for Nikki, just even setting this up, you know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, she don't have to do this. She could have just, did the call herself, but she was like, you know what, let me bring in Neno. Let me have someone that the team doesn't get a chance to hear from much come on here. And I'm just blessed and grateful. So Nikki, I appreciate you, family. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your energy. Thank you for being a great leader. Thank you for, being a woman of God. Thank you for everything that you do. I truly appreciate you, and I'm grateful that, you're a part of my life and that we get to be on this journey together. So I'm blessed and grateful. So, I want to come in here for short first and introduce myself. I feel like there's a lot of people here who don't know who I am. So I want to be able to introduce myself, and that way you guys can get to know me a little bit. And then I got some key pointers as to what you guys can do to really take yourself to the next level to start the month of August. You see, we are about to basically, there's been a shift that has happened. Okay, we went from the months of June and July into the month of August now. And this last month is going to be a very crucial month to our growth and our success and the overflow that we're going to receive. And I'm going to be jumping into that now. But let me introduce myself really quick. So for those that don't know me, my name is Neno. I'm 27 years old. I was born and raised in New York City. I graduated from college, so I do have a bachelor's. I have a bachelor's in sports management, minor in business. My whole life, I wanted to play baseball, though. That was my dream. That was my goal. That was my plan A, my plan B, and my plan C. I wanted to be a professional baseball player. I used to always tell my mom, Dad, when I make it to a professional baseball player, I'm going to buy you guys a house in the Dominican Republic. I'm going to retire you guys. I'm going to get you guys out of the hood, because I'm from the hood, guys. I want you guys to know that. I don't come from much. My dad has been a taxi driver for New York City for over 35 years. My mom takes care of elderly people, so she's a home attendant, so she doesn't make much money. So when I came up in a family that didn't really have much, and our only dream to make it out of where I grew up was for me to become a baseball player. And that was everything for us. My mom and dad invested everything that they had into me. I had everybody on my back. And guys, unfortunately, at the end of my senior year in college, I actually hurt my shoulder, and my chances of going pro got taken away from me. On my last year of college, my last opportunity to make it happen, my shoulder gets hurt, and my chances of now going pro are automatically gone. So I want you guys to think about this perspective right here. Think about climbing the mountain. All right. You're climbing it, and you're almost at the very top. You're one step away. You're there. That's it. You're at the top. You're about to hold the top up and hold up, and you'll be at the top of the mountain. You made it to where you've always wanted to go to. You made it happen. You're a professional baseball player now. And at that last step, I hurt my shoulder, and I fall to the bottom of the mountain with no opportunity to get up, because that's it. It's over. It's time to hang them up. And yes, Figgy, it was very, very, very hard for me to accept. After that, my whole entire life changed. I went from being I was that guy that when people look at me, they were like, yo, he's going to be the one that helps us get out of the hood. He's the hope. I was the hood's hope. Like, yo, if he makes it, like, we all made it. And now I had to walk down these streets that I grew up on and tell people that baseball no longer was going to be my vehicle. And I was at a very low place. And, if I could be honest and if I can be transparent with you guys, I went into a very low place in my life. I was smoking a lot to, escape my reality. I was staying out late, going to sleep super late, going out to parties. Like, I just wanted to just escape that reality that I was no longer going to be that baseball player. And what hurt me most was the promises that I made my parents. I told my parents, Mom, Dad, I'm going to get you guys out of here. I'm going to buy you guys a house in the Dominican Republic. I'm going to retire you guys, because they made countless investments in me. So now I'm sitting here. Yes, and God definitely had a better plan for me. And now I'm sitting here, dreams completely shattered. I never worked a job, guys. I never worked a 9 to 5. So I don't know what I'm good at. I don't even have a resume. So I'm over here like, yo, what am I gonna do? You know, what am I supposed to do next? Like, I was so scared, because all my friends that I went to school with, they went and got good jobs. You know, they became sales representatives, and some became doctors. I went to a really good school, so some became doctors and so on and so forth. Me, I'm over here back at my mom's house, broke, no money. My bank account literally looked like gas prices. Like, when if anybody had if you ever had your bank account look like gas prices, you know how I felt. It's not a good feeling when you have very low bank account, right? And mind you, now I'm trying to figure out what the next step in my life is going to be. So it took me some time. And then I got introduced to I Am. And I got introduced to I Am back in 2017. So guys, I've been in the business now in September, it will be 4 years. September 27, 2017 was the day that I joined. So in September 27, that's coming up next month, I will be 4 years in this business. All right. When I tell you that it has been a journey, guys, it has been a journey, okay? I first started, and I want to tell you guys my story. The reason why is because, remember this, and I want you guys to write this down. The facts tell, but the stories sell. I can tell you guys all the facts about this business, but there's people on this call that are going to be able to relate with me. They're going to be like, you know what? I can relate to that story, Neno. My bank account has looked like gas prices. I've had fallbacks like that. So I want to tell you guys my story so we can relate. And then I'm going to give you guys a training on how I've been working myself up to a Chairman 25, Chairman 50 loading. So, you know, I got started with the business, and there's something I want you guys to know. And this is something that a lot of you guys probably have not yet to understand. Write this down. There's 2 days in the business. 2 days in this business. There's the day you get started and the day you decide to go all in. Those are the 2 days in this business. There's going to be a day you got started, and then there's going to be a day that you decide to go all in, where you make a decision like, yo, that's it. This is what I'm going to do for the rest of my life. I'm going to run this. I'm going to get to chairman. I'm going to retire my family. I'm going to put myself in a better position. Like, I'm going to do whatever it takes to get myself. For me, it took me 6 months before I went all in. I started in September. I didn't go all in till March. Now, if you have less than 6 months in the business, type a 6 in the chat box if you have less than 6 months. Less than 6 months. So we have some. Okay. Look, guys. Yep. We have less than 6 months. So I want you all to know that if right now you feel a little confused, you don't have it all figured out yet, you haven't been able to really have your business blow up, you haven't really been able to make any real money yet, trust me, okay, you're in a good position. All right, because remember, never base your winning based on results. Base your winning based on opportunity. You have access to this opportunity, you're winning. Okay? If you have access to mentors like Nikki that care about you, you're winning. If you have access to this information, you are winning. Never base the fact that you're winning on results. Base your winning based off the things you have access to because you made this decision. You could have been anybody else on the outside right now trying to figure it out with everything that's going on in this world. You have access to the best business in the world right now. This is the best business in the world to be a part of. Why? Because we get to work from our homes. We get to make money from the comforts of our phones. While everybody's going in, okay, and even if I know some of you guys might be employees in here and you might have a job, You got to understand that you have access to an opportunity that once you get really good at this, you won't have to work that job. Tell me, if you're making $10,000 a month, you really going to be working a job? No, you're going to be home. Like, look at where I'm at. I'm at a restaurant on the beach and doing this call. Why? Because we get the freedom. I could run my business from anywhere in the world, at any time, any place, from the comfort of what? My phone. So when I understood that I had access to the best business in the world, I decided to go all in. And from the day I got started, 3.5 years later, I became a Chairman 25. I'm a Chairman 25 with an organization of almost 2,000 people, okay? I've been able to use this business as a vehicle, okay? I've used it as a vehicle to help me to get to the things that I've wanted, right? I've always wanted my own baseball academy in the Dominican Republic. I got that. I've always wanted to travel the world. I've been able to do that. I've skydived in Dubai. I've been in cages with tigers in Thailand. I've swam with sharks in Tulum. I've been to the top of the Eiffel Tower in Paris. I've ziplined through the jungles of Costa Rica. I've done the things that I've always dreamed of wanting to do because of this business. I've also had the pleasure of starting my own brand. As you guys can see, Nikki supported it. She got her shirt on representing the family. Okay, but Mornings with Neno started as an idea as, yo, you know what? Let me help people mentally. And it started with 20, 30 people. And next thing you know, now there's 3,000 people every morning. And I have my own podcast that's ranked number 65. Right? I've also been able to do some philanthropy. I've given back. Last year during the pandemic, we raised $10,000 for families in the Dominican Republic and fed 500 families. So I've been able to live out my dreams because of this business. And I don't say that stuff to impress you. It's not to impress y'all. I say it to impress upon y'all that remember my story. I was a broke college student that just graduated from college. I had no resume, no job experience, no nothing. And look at what I've been able to do in just 3.5 years. If I told you that 3.5 years from now, you'll be making $50,000 a month, will you do whatever it takes to get there? Type a 1 in the chat box if you would do whatever it takes. If I told you, yo, 3 years from now, you're going to be making $50,000 a month. It doesn't matter what you're going to go through. You're going to go through ups. You're going to leave your flow trading accounts. It's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. But at the end of the day, 3 years from now, you'll be making $50,000 a month. Guys, in 3 years at a job, I maybe would have gotten maybe a $5 raise. And that's if I'm lucky. If I'm lucky, right? Pamela's looking at me like, you're right. Right? So I want you guys to understand that. And I don't say it because I never knock down jobs. Look, I think jobs are a great place to start, but they're not a good place to stay. I'm not talking down on jobs. I'm just up on opportunity. So I want you guys to understand that we are blessed. Every single one of us that's on this call. How many we got on here? We got 218 on this call. Every single one of you guys are blessed beyond measures. I want us all to type thank you in the chat box. I'm going to just type a thank you in the chat box. We need to give thanks that we have access to something like this. We have to give thank you that we have leaders like Nikki in our lives, that we have an opportunity to in 5 different streams of income. We're talking about Forex, HFX, DCX, IBO, ECX. Like we have everything right here to literally become multi-millionaires. And we're so grateful for that, family. So that right there is my story. There's a lot that you that story right there. It took a lot of resiliency. Guys, I'm gonna tell you guys right now, and I don't say this to scare y'all. I promise you guys this. I don't say it to scare y'all. But bro, you're gonna go through a lot of challenges in this business because we come from the bottom, a lot of us. Majority of us don't come from much. And we've been programmed to think the wrong way. We haven't been programmed for success because if we were programmed for success, we would already be super successful. We would already have the millions in the bank. We would already be living in the mansions that we wanted to live in. We would already be driving the cars that we've always wanted to drive. So we have not been programmed and we have not been conditioned to have success. We've been conditioned to live in below average lifestyle. So in order for you to get out of that cycle that they've put us in for years, you're going to have to work twice as hard. And it takes a lot of incredible taking and, most importantly, passion for this. You got to love this. The only ones that have made it 4 years in almost have been the ones that love this. The ones that didn't love this have fell off. You know why? Because they were too focused on what they were going to get instead of focusing on what they're going to become. Too many people focus on what they're going to get, but they don't focus on what they got to become. What you become is what makes you deserving of what you are asking for. Okay? During this journey, I reached a point where I wasn't very spiritually connected. I got to a rank of Platinum 2000, and I hit a cap in my life. Okay? And what I had to understand when I hit that cap was that I wasn't tapped in spiritually. I had to build a closer relationship with God. Okay? I had to build a closer relationship with my creator. I had to understand the spiritual side of success just a little bit more. And once I understood that, because of God's grace, I went from $2,000 a month to over $30,000 a month in just a year. I went from $2,000 a month to over $30,000 a month in over a year. That was just talking to you guys about. Okay? But it's because I understood what I'm about to explain to you guys. All right? So there's a few things I want to cover on this call, and I don't want to be long, but I'm going to give you guys good value. So please take this, because this has helped me get to the next level. Number one thing you got to do to really get yourself to the next level is you have to have a routine. A routine is the most important thing that you can implement into your day-to-day life. Having a solid routine that you can follow. Okay? Now, I'm going to give you guys a routine follow and that me and my team, we live by. Okay? And it's called the 6 pillars to chairman. This is our routine. There's 6 pillars to chairman. If you want to be a chairman in this business, if you want to make 6 figures in this business and with trading, there's 6 pillars you have to know. Number 1 is your morning routine. What you do in the morning will determine the direction of your day. So if you have a shitty morning, you're going to have a shitty day. Excuse my language. You have a bad day, have a bad morning, you're going to have a bad day. You feed yourself negative information in the morning, you will have negative thoughts the rest of the day. My morning routine is the most important thing to me. It's sacred to me. I spend the first 2 hours of my day dedicated to me. No phones, no text messages, no Instagram, no DMs, no emails. Me, myself, and my creator. 2 hours every day. Because remember, the only way you can help other people is if you help yourself. What if you have your partner? Do it with your partner, Tim. Absolutely, 100%. Do it with your partner. If she's down, do it with your partner for sure. But if she's not down, you do it regardless. Don't wait for nobody, right? But the morning routine is so important because the morning routine, if you prepare to fail. So what are you doing every day to prepare for your day? Are you just waking up and going about your day? It's not going to work like that. You know why? Because that's unintentional. What are you doing before you go and start your day? What are you preparing? How are you becoming the best version of yourself to go attack the day, the best version of yourself? If you're not the best version of yourself, you're not going to be able to get the best out of your day. That's a nugget. If you are not the best version of yourself, you cannot expect to get the best out of your day because you didn't go in the best version of yourself. If you woke up today and you didn't have a morning routine, you're not your best version of yourself right now. This is not the best version of you. But think about it. If you woke up and you prayed this morning and you read 30 minutes and you meditated into an audio and you jumped on Mornings with Neno and you did this and you wrote down your goals and you celebrated it and you spoke positive affirmations and you worked out this morning. Imagine how much different your day would be right now if you did that. Imagine if you did all of that today before you got started with your day today. And then imagine if you do that for 30, 60, 90 days straight. You know what that creates? It creates momentum. It creates quantum leaps. So number one is your morning routine. Yeah, mornings on Neno 2 p.m. for you guys. Not bad. Okay. But look, morning routine is number one. Number two, all right, is plug in and get results. Plug in and get results. Guys, at the end of the day, I get it. Personal development. We love the business, but we got to get results. You guys got to be plugged into those products. I'm not sure what products you guys use. I'm not going to give any recommendations. I don't want to step on any toes, but you guys got to plug in and get results. Whatever you guys are using in terms of to make money in the charts, in the markets, whatever product it is, you got to be plugging in every day and getting results. Every day. That's mandatory within my organization. We got to plug in and we got to get the results. Okay? Because at the end of the day, it all comes down to the results. The results tell the story. So are you plugging in day to day? Did you plug in today and get results? All right. Are you going to plug in tomorrow and get results? What times are you plugging in and getting results? You got to already know this. And what I mean by plugging in and getting results is getting trading results, making money on the charts, whether it's with the crypto, whether it's with Forex, whether it's with HFX, whichever one it is, which one are you getting results from? And which ones are you helping others learn how to do as well? Because remember, it's not about what you can do, it's about what you can teach. And what you teach is what leads to duplication. It's not about what you can do, it's about what you can teach. What you teach leads to duplication, duplication leads to momentum. You want momentum? You got to go out there and get results. You got to take action. All right. So number two is plug in and get results. Number three is the elite trainings. This right here is an elite training. You're on the call. You're good. You're hitting a pillar right now. You hit one of your pillars. You're on an elite training. This is an elite training. Nikki set it up. Chairman 25 in the building. Mornings with Neno, the whole nine. But you also got to know what other trainings you're going to be on as well. That's number three. Number four, and this goes very specifically for my leaders, all right? Number four is you got to show the plan and you got to be on three-way calls every day, 5 to 6 times a week. Every day you should be presenting the business, especially if you're a P150 and above. If you are P150 and above, you got to be showing the plan at least once a day. No excuses. Find the prospect, find somebody in your family, find somebody that you can present the business to, but you got to be presenting the business 5 to 6 times a week. No excuses. But you see, somebody told me, Neno, you got to show the business 5 to 6 times a week. You know what I did? I said, I'm going to show it 10 to 12 times a week. Because whatever they tell me to do, I always do more. So my mentor told me, Neno, you got to show the business 5 to 6 times. I'm going to do it 10 to 12. I'm going to double it. I'm going to show the business 10 to 12 times because you told me to do it. But if I do 10 to 12, that came from me. I did those extra 5 to 6 because of me, because I wanted it a little bit more. Three-way calls, I wanted it a little bit more. That's number 4. Number 5 is elite prospecting and taprooting. Elite prospecting and taprooting. What do I mean by that? Well, guys, guess what? It is the first day of the month. Second day of the month. You have, I'm going to tell you guys this. From August, every month is broken up into a third. 10 days, 10 days, 10 days, or 10, 10, 11, right? The first third of the month is the best time to recruit. Why? Because the way people are programmed is that new month, new me, and I can try new things to start the month. That's the way people think. That's the way people are. Whatever time to be prospecting and taking action is right now. If you really want to capitalize on the first 10 days of the month. Take advantage of the first 10 days of the month and run with it. Right now, my whole team is promoting, getting people on opportunity calls, getting me prepared to launch, promoting on their Instagrams, promoting in their Snapchats, getting the word out, letting them know that we are accepting people right now so we can get new leaders to join the organization. Because we understand that the first 10 days are very important to go out there and find new blood. The second 10 days, what are they good for? For training, launching them, making sure that we get them the results. The last 10 days are basically a continuation of the second, but with a close. And making sure that they stay so that, guess what? They're there at the end of the month to pay their subscription. So there has to be a prospecting that's done. Now, taprooting is important because, for example, I'm a business, I'm a leader, right? Let's say Gary is someone that's in my business. I'm gonna go to Gary. I'm gonna be like, yo, Gary, who do you know that I should know? Get me on a call with them and let's start taprooting you. Let's start getting to know people that you know. You don't need to talk to them. Just make the introduction. Nikki didn't come in here and run a training and then pass it off to me. She came in here, said a few words, and what did she do? She edified it and passed it off to me. That's it. I do the rest. So who do you know that I need to know, Gary? Well, Neno, I have a good friend of mine that does this and that. Yo, let's schedule a phone call with that friend. Maybe we could get him on a call. Guys, I've recruited. I have 3 chairmen in my business. 2 of them came through a taproot. I asked one of my boys, look at how it works. I asked this guy named Damien, yo, Damien, who do you know that I should know? He was like, bro, I have one of my friends. He does so-and-so. His name is Jensen. I would love for you to present to him. He introduced me to Jensen. I went to Jensen's house. Jensen signed up that same day. And then Jensen, I did the same thing. Yo, Jensen, who do you know that I should know, bro? Like, who do you think would love to do this? He introduced me to 4 of his friends. And within those 4 friends, one is a Chairman 10, which is Michael. The other one is his sister, is a Chairman 10. Michael's girlfriend is a Platinum 5000, and then the other one quit. So out of the 4 people that he introduced me to that day, 2 were Chairman and 1 was a Platinum 5000, and they're still in the business. And the person that introduced me to them, they're done. They're not even in the business no more. And they had a leg of 500 people. But guess what? Because I taprooted, because I asked, yo, who do you know that I should know? I've developed 3 6-figure earners from just that one. Michael was an incredible asset. Probably one of my best assets ever. Such a great student. But it was because I taprooted. Guys, some of you guys are looking for chairmen in your Instagrams. Some of your chairmen are in your organization right now. You just haven't taprooted them. And if you're someone who's on this call that hasn't got taprooted, you need to reach out to the person that enrolled you, or to Nikki, or to whoever your platinum leader is, and let them know, yo, look, I know some people that will love to do this business. Let's schedule. I want to launch my business. I'm tired of sitting in the background watching everybody win. I need to go out there and win. I'm ready to launch my business. Let's get a flyer done. Okay, let's get a flyer done. I'm going to launch my business next Thursday. To it, and I'm going to get all my friends on that call. I'm done playing games. I'm done watching people win. I'm done with this stuff. Let's go win the game. That's the attitude some of us need to have. Some of us are just like this, just chilling, like, I'm just waiting for everything to come to me. You have to give in order to receive. If you're not receiving, it's because you're not giving enough. If you're not receiving results, it's because you're not giving enough effort. If you're not having people join your business, it's because you're not giving enough effort to talk to more people. If you are not receiving, it is because you are not giving enough. You're not giving enough effort. You're not jumping on enough calls. You're not doing enough presentations. You're not trading enough. You are not giving enough. It is called the law of giving and receiving. And like Figgy said, it's not pocket money. It's the things that other people can't see. So go out there and do that. Number 5, like I said, is prospecting and taprooting. And then last but not least, number 6 is phone work. Phone work. We've built a culture where we think that everything has to be on Zoom calls. And I get it because of quarantine and because everything that happened in the last year. We've become quarantine babies, and we haven't broke out of that mindset that everything is on Zoom, 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 Zoom. We only teach on Zooms, Zoom, 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 Zooms. Sometimes, guys, what you got to do is you got to pick up the phone and call people, get to know people, and teach them one-on-one. You got to teach them one-on-one. Get on the phone with them and get to know people. Get to know people. Understand people. Tell them what products are working. Find out if they really understand what's going on. Who's winning? Who's making money? Who's not? Who's gotten their 2 and free? Who hasn't gotten their 2 and free? Who's knowing how to use the products? Who knows what educators to study on Go Live? I'm pretty sure you go through your organizations and you start asking questions, you'll be surprised at how many people are lost within your organization. Because you haven't picked up the phone and asked questions. You assume. The biggest lessons my mentor, Matt Rosa, don't assume, make sure. Don't assume that everybody is making money on your business. Don't assume that everybody knows how to invite and edify. Don't assume that this, and that. No, make sure. Call them, pick up the phone and call them and make sure that people are making money. Make sure that people are following a compound plan. Make sure that people actually do know how to promote the business on social media. Show people. And that's what the phone work consists of. So I run those 6 pillars every day. That's how I structure up my business. Every day at the end of the day, I'll look back and I'll be like, okay, morning routine. Number 1, got it. Boom. Number 2, did I plug in and get results? Check. Elite trainings. Did I plug in and do trainings or jump on trainings? Check. Did I share the plan? Yes, I got to share the plan later at 9 p.m. Check. 3-way calls. I always have 3-way calls after. Check. Number 5, prospecting. I've actually been following up with some people that I prospected last week. So I've been prospecting today, right? And then number 6, phone work. I've already been on the phone with multiple of my leaders, talking to them, getting on with them, letting them know what the plan is for this month. I follow those 6 pillars every day. You can follow those 6 pillars every day. You're guaranteed. What I want all of y'all to understand is that this now the month to take massive action. I don't know if you guys have been dealing with challenges or whatever you've been dealing with in your businesses, but I want you guys to know that this right here is the month of breakthroughs. This is the month of quantum leaps. And the way the quantum leaps are given is by you making sure that you give everything that you got. Make this the month that you go harder than you've ever gone this whole year. Tell yourself, Neno, this is going to be the month where I go harder than I've gone all year. I want you to, I had, Nikki was on the call, I think, this morning. But I had everybody this morning, I told everybody, yo, write a letter to yourself, congratulating yourself for everything you're going to accomplish in August. Picture the month of August. Picture it is August 31st. What has happened in this month that'll make this the best month ever for you? What would have to happen this month for this month to be the best month ever for you? How many people would have to join your business? How much money would you have to have made in your trading account? What would have to happen with your morning routine? Think about that and write a letter to yourself congratulating yourself. Like, yo, congratulations for accomplishing that. Congratulations for hitting that rank. Congratulations for making this amount of money in your trading account. Congratulations for staying consistent with your morning routine. Congratulations, and start to see yourself with the end in mind. But the only way you will accomplish that is by getting outside of your comfort zone. I want you guys to look at this napkin right here, right? This napkin represents your comfort zone. As long as you are in this comfort zone, you can't grow. So if you're not doing anything that's making you uncomfortable, you will not grow. So if you're mad that you feel stuck, you're not stuck because of the business. You're stuck because you're not doing things that make you uncomfortable. You're not stepping outside of the box. You keep doing the things that make you comfortable. You're waking up at the same time every day. You're not reaching out to those leaders or to those people. You're not putting your face on camera. You're not doing the videos. You're not doing what's required of you as a leader, and you're still comfortable where you are. You got to see this box and you got to be like, you know what, Neno? I don't want to be in this box no more. If I want to get to the next level, I have to step out of the box. And I want you to explore out here. Explore it, because this is what's going to help you get to the next level. The moment I started to step out of my comfort zone, that was the moment that everything changed for me. Nothing was ever the same after that. And remember, in order for you to have an overflow, you must give a lot for you to have an overflow. An overflow comes as a reflection of what you've given. You can't receive overflow if you haven't given overflow. You have to give an overflow of information. You got to give an overflow of effort. You got to give an overflow of action. You got to give an overflow of everything in order for you to receive the overflow. The overflow is not just going to come because you asked for it. It comes when you deserve it. So what are you doing this month that's going to cause you to overflow with information, overflow with action? I want this to be the month. I want Nikki to call me at the end of the month and be like, Neno, that team that jumped on where there was 220 people on the call, now we're averaging 500 people on the call. We had hundreds of people join the business this month, Neno. We had hundreds of people make money in their trading accounts this week and this month. We had so many people have breakthroughs and quantum leaps. That's what I want the conversation to be when Nikki hits me up at the end of the month. Because you guys went out there and took this call and ran with it. I'm going to do whatever it takes to get to that next level. Let this be the month where you step out of your comfort zone more than you've ever stepped out of your comfort zone. Let this be the month where you sit down with yourself and do an evaluation. This is what I do with myself at the beginning of every month. I ask myself 3 questions. I ask myself, what did I do well the month before? What did you do well? What didn't you do well this month? And what am I going to improve on this month? You ask yourself those 3 questions will change your life. Ask yourself, what did you do well in the month of July? Then ask yourself, what didn't you do well in the month of July? And then ask yourself, what improvements are you going to make in the month of August? That's a self-evaluation. Remember, you cannot measure what you don't track. So if you're not evaluating yourself, how can you get better? If you don't know where you're lacking. If you don't know where you're lacking, how could you get better? You're going to, the same mistakes you made in July, you'll make them again in August. And the same results you had in July, you'll get them again in August, regardless of whatever you do. Why? Because there wasn't adjustments made. Let this be the month where you take the most action. Be like, you know what, Neno, I've been doing a lot of talking. I've been doing a lot of jumping on calls. I've been doing everything but taking action. There's something called the law of diminishing intent. The law of diminishing intent states that the longer it takes for you to do something, the higher the chances that you'll actually never do it. I'm going to repeat that one more time. The law of diminishing intent states that the longer you take to do something, the higher the chances that you'll probably never do it anyways. The longer you take to do something, the higher the chances that you'll probably never do it anyways. So the longer you take to take action, the higher the probability that you'll never do it anyways. So if you're sitting down right now, let this be the call that reminds you like, yo, you know what? Neno was right. Nikki was right. I haven't been taking the proper actions I need to be taking. Because remember, you're not only holding yourself back, you're holding the team back if you're not taking action. You're holding us back because we would be moving a lot faster if you were taking action. So when you catch yourself not taking action, take it for yourself and be like, yo, I'm a selfish person because of me, the team is being held back. Think about it. Let's put it in a team perspective, right? Basketball. Everybody knows basketball. If there's 5 players on the court, if 4 of the players know the play and 1 doesn't know the play, that 1 player can ruin the play for the whole entire team. If he doesn't know the play, if he's not plugged in, if he's not taking actions. 1 player ruins it for all of them. That 1 player not knowing the play could mess up the chances of us winning. You being just one person out of the 220 on this call, just one of you guys can ruin it for all of us, because we are only as strong as our weakest link. So let this be the call that was a little slap in the face and a little wake-up reminder. Project 5,000. We're going to go out there and impact 5,000 lives. I don't care how I'm going to do it. If I got to be the one that promotes the calls every week to get to 5,000 people, I'm going to be the one that promotes it. If I got to be the one that makes sure that I call the whole team to make sure that they're always on, I'm going to play my role, but we're going to get this to 5,000 people. And remember, guys, the last thing I want to say before I end it is that it has to come from here. Look, it has to come from the heart. You got to give this everything that you got. You got to be giving this everything you got, because, yo, if you're not giving it everything you got, then why are you doing it? Why join the business if you're not going to give it everything you got? Why front and jump on the calls if you're not going to really give it everything you got? You don't want to you don't want to help your family? You don't want to become a better version of yourself? Why are you taking days off? Why are you sleeping in? You don't have the results that you want. Why are you sleeping in? It's the truth. It has to be 7 days a week, no days off, no matter what it takes to make all of this happen, guys. Apply those 6 pillars to chairman. And I'm telling you guys, that's what I teach my team. I tell them to master those 6 pillars. And because of that, we've developed 3 chairmen with 2 more loading by the end of the summer and 10 loading by the end of the year. We're also going for Project 5,000 in my organization by the end of the year. So I'm glad to know that we are all aligned and we want to impact 5,000 lives by the end of the year. So guys, look, my name is Neno. I'm blessed and grateful that I got a chance to jump on this call. I hope that I was able to provide you guys with somewhat of some guidance and some of the things that I use on a day-to-day basis to help me get to the next level. These are the things that have helped me get to where I'm at today. And remember, it has not only helped me get to where I'm at today, it has helped me keep it. Because remember, it's not about what you get, it's about what you keep. It's not about how much money you make, it's about how much money you keep. It's not about the rank that you hit, it's about the rank that you keep. So what the 6 pillars have done for me, and what they have done is they have structured me up and they have gave me direction on what I got to do on a day-to-day basis, rain or shine, to get to where I want to go. And it includes the business and it includes trading. All right, family. So I love you guys so much. My Instagram is at Long Live Neno. Nikki, sister, I appreciate you so much. I can't wait to come out to the UK so I can meet you. I can give you a hug and we could go out and get some food, and you could put me on to whatever it is that you want to show me out there. But I love you so much and I appreciate you so much, and I'll give it right back to you, sis. Thank you so much for having me today.
Wow. Guys, my notebook's full. I don't know about yours, but my notebook is like flooded right now. Like that was a whole download and a half. Like, guys, I just want you, if you're not following Neno, if you're not joining Neno's calls every day, then you are really missing out, guys. And you guys see us, we promote it in the chats every single day. Neno is a part of our retention, guys. If you're not promoting Neno, if you're not jumping on his calls 2 p.m. our time every single day, then you're playing yourself. We have people joining them calls that are not even in the business in so many different parts of the world, joining to get the value to help them level up. This is why we promote it so much. Like, Neno, I absolutely love you, brother. And I can't wait for you to come to the UK. I can't wait till all these restrictions are lifted, so we can just link up and all of that niceness. So guys, if we can just blow up the chat one more time, just show some love to Neno, hit him up on his IG, tag him in, all of that niceness. Just really give him the gratitude, show him the gratitude for coming on this call. He did not have to come on, guys, but as a servant leader that he is, we're really grateful, really grateful. All right, really grateful. So let me stop the recording right now so I can drop the special announcements for you guys. I'm excited about this. I know you guys have been waiting for this all day, the special announcements. And you know what?